Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, I'm Captain Gamer, and let's play Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition, The Mercenaries. Last time was Leon's time to shine, now it's Ada's turn to grab off those 5 stars. You might not find this footage as riveting the second time around because the strategy is largely the same when doing it with Ada, just some weapons are switched out, showing off a little bit of Punisher action by putting 2 Ganados into hit stun rather than just the 1. Made my getaway all that much easier. Sort of doing my runaround for the ammo and supplies, and then forgetting where the bonus points are. Grabbing off the bonus points, and here we go. Starting it off by getting hit. Oh yes. And then missing a kick, because, you know, missing kicks is what you do to get 5-star rankings in Mercenaries. You get pity. So yes, Ada uses the Punisher, which allows her to hit multiple enemies at one time, which can come in great handy against crowd control situations and shield Ganados. But in the long run, when you're dealing with just regular situations, the TMP is masterful for the Mercenaries game mode, simply because you can hit a lot of enemies at one time, and the damage per second is so high that you can keep your chain going with the TMP with only a few hits. As long as you can hold your cursor over the enemy, then there you go. Just one free kill to keep your combo going. Whereas with any sorts of handguns, you have to repeatedly press the A button and pop, 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 pop. And considering this is the Punisher and not the Blacktail we're using, it is going to take more hits from the handgun. So, Punisher, awesome, but not as awesome as the TMP. But the one thing, the one thing that really sets us apart, stupid hatchets, is the use of the semi-automatic rifle. Similar to the riot gun from Leon's repertoire, his weapon situation. You use the semi-automatic rifle as a source of burst damage, but this burst damage does incredible amounts of damage from far away. And did you see that? I threw the grenade down, but it was too late to save my combo. Oh well. And interesting to note, the game does not award you your combo points until you have both your combo done and your bonus points are up. So if either of those are still ongoing, you won't actually gain your points, which actually was a source of a heart attack for me a couple of times. By this time, I figure I might as well use the ladder as a way to get some easy shots off on Ganados, using the penetrating power of the semi-automatic rifle to finish off enemies to keep the combo going while dealing damage to the Bella sister down there. That Plaga sort of spooked me, so I kicked the ladder down and went on my way, filling those Plagas with tons of semi-automatic rifle bullets. It's ridiculous. And racking up multiple kills with 1 bullet, 2 birds, 1 stone, all that good stuff. The role of the semi-automatic rifle with Ada is not unlike the role of the handgun, the Blacktail, with the strategy for Leon, except it can do both, knock down enemies, and give them large damage with precise shots. So, the more ammo, the more semi-automatic rifle ammo you pick up during the setup, the better. At this point, I feel like the semi-automatic rifle is wearing out its welcome, so I toss it up with some controlled burst fire to TMP down the last 2 Bella sisters. And yes, there are 4 initially, and the game and the level seems to take its time loading up the other 2. Running around for the bonus points, because I need 2 more Ganados during the bonus time to round out my 60,000. And funny to note, sometimes when you get out of a reaction command, when you get out of the grapple of a dynamite ganado, they'll just fall over and their dynamite explodes by itself. Nope. Major nope. And then here comes more nope. By the way, that is how you trick a chainsaw ganado. You run at them, and then you back up. You don't turn around like I failed to do in the other video. You run at them, and as soon as they start their lunge animation, just click that directional joypad backwards. The chainsaw ganado will miss, and you can be on your merry way. Mission ends with 71,890 points. As you can see, I already did a run through with Krauser, but I want to do these sorts of mercenary rundowns in the order that the characters came, which brings us to the castle, which, once again, was the easiest of the set, just because of the lack of boss ganados, and you'll see why Ada has an even easier time going ahead. Running around, grabbing resources, having my attaché case full, nothing new there. Now, I pull out my semi-automatic rifle and begin the hunting spree. And how lucky is it that once I pull it up, it's already at head height. Now, it's time to take care of the following gallery. I actually considered using one of my grenades there, but I realized all you need is semi-automatic love. Did you see that 3-for-1 bullet? Did you see that 3-for-1 bullet? And because the Zealots only have so much HP, just one body shot is all it's going to take. And one thing I've noticed is that when you kill enemies, the forces of their body flying back, it'll put other enemies in a hit stun. Lucky kick right there. And you'll see that I actually popped a Plaga back there, but I am following my own advice now and actually not giving that Plaga the time of day. By the way, look at this. Ada turns her head to signify that there are enemies over there. So, once I picked up this green herb and sorted things out, I finished by switching to the TMP and going straight on to the continuing the combo. Speaking of continuing the combo, I realized the incendiary grenade's absolutely wonderful use. At first, I thought incendiary grenades were not as useful because they didn't kill immediately. However, just watch the hit. Oh, the combo kept on going, because even though the enemies were not dead immediately, they were dead eventually, which goes along with my previous advice of prolonging your kills, and that's exactly what incendiary grenades do. Once again, 3-for-1 bullet combo. Also, be very careful for these ball and chain flail shield ganados, because I have learned the hard way that they are capable of smacking you around. They're actually capable of doing double hit combos on you, or however many there are standing around. Once again, not going to pick up the time because I want to end this sooner rather than later. And since I already have a 31-hit combo going, ouch, scythe, it's in my best interests to keep this semi-automatic train going, already at 10,000 points. Considering my options here, and deciding on the controlled bursts, mainly because I want to target those bowgun zealots. As good as I am doing right now, it can all end very easily with the hit of a bowgun and some enemies taking advantage of my hit stun. Speeding up the footage here because you've already mostly seen everything you need to know in regular time. Picking up grenades, picking up ammo, picking up health items. I swear, this was more generous with the health items than before. As you can see, I threw another incendiary grenade, just so I didn't need to worry about that large group of zealots, and I can move on to picking up more kills faster. Giving the Punisher some love, because Even though the TMP is very much superior, but I do have a lot of handgun ammo, and the handgun still takes a handful of hits. Slowing down here to show you a great bit of Mercenaries efficiency, throwing a grenade to get a kill for me so I can reload my semi-automatic rifle. And it doesn't necessarily need to be the semi-automatic rifle. It can be any weapon that you've completely run out of ammo for. And here's an interesting moment. I throw the incendiary grenade, and I try to finish off one enemy to keep my combo going. But that wasn't enough to keep the combo going, because I got hit by a bowgun. Kind of made me angry, but as you can see, I'm already well above threshold for a 5-star rating. And since I can't really hit up a safe spot, I'll just continue doing what I'm doing and start playing it safe once it's evident my life is in danger. But for right now, I'm still picking up a good amount of herbs. So I'll just run around, keep on getting my quick TMP and Punisher kills, wait out the time, and there we have it. Almost. Stopping the speed up at 5 seconds just to give a little bit of a buffer between the speed up and the slow down. 96,000 points, nothing to sneeze at. And we are back to the army base, which, once again, took me a good few amount of tries to get through. One major difference between the Punisher and the Blacktail when it comes to the soldier enemy type is that the power is low enough that it takes 3 hits from a Punisher to kill a soldier enemy, as opposed to the Blacktail's 2. So we're gonna have to be a little more creative, spam that handgun a little bit more, and figure out which enemies to pick off. And already I tossed down an incendiary grenade. Now that is working the differences between your characters. And as you can see, while I'm taking the zip line, the incendiary grenade does my work for me. So I still have a good combo building up, while I am able to pick up the bonus time, taking a moment to pick up a kill, keep that combo going, and there you go. I have bonus time and a good combo rolling. It's all about knowing what your character has, and all the creative ways that you can, employ their differences of weaponry. Should have picked off one of the enemies with the TMP by itself, then went for the barrel. Once again, the best way to deal with the Gatling Man is to go on the offensive, and if you fill his head with enough TMP ammo, that will give him a hit stun. It's just a matter of standing your ground long enough to get enough of those hits off. And grenades do a lot more damage than you think. The amount of damage it takes to cause a hit stun is not necessarily all the damage that an enemy will take until they get a hit stun, if that makes any sense. So just because all the TMP bullets cause hit stun and a grenade causes a hit stun doesn't mean they do the same amount of damage. So using grenades against boss enemies, very wise. I'm kind of paranoid about enemies sneaking up on me from here, but it doesn't seem very likely because of all the time I spent on the other side of this tunnel. So, with all that time spent on the other side of the tunnel, I can feel relatively safe doing a little bit of sniping from there. Trying to see if I can get an angle on that Gatling Man using the semi-automatic rifle, but my luck isn't so good. And it is about to get worse. Oh, there's the Gatling Man. Trying to keep my distance from the Gatling Man while walking around, because any moment that you get a good opportunity to move around, you should do that, because you never know when an enemy is going to sneak up on you. Also demonstrating the perils of getting too close to the Gatling Man. And take a look here. let's appreciate for 1 second that I already got 1/6 of the points that I needed for a 5-star ranking from killing 1 Gatling man. And since that was the second one, that's comprised of 1/3 of all the points, just taking out those Gatling men. Now I just need to take down 7 more Ganados while under the influence of bonus time, and we will have all wrapped up. And on the topic of points earned from killing enemies, you'll notice that I've already gained a good purse of points from taking out those 6 enemies. And since I'm already all set up for 5-star ranking, I figured I might as well get into a safe place where it's not possible for any Ganado to gank me, and if any Ganados have an angle on me, I can fight back against them with the TMP. 5 stars, and Wesker, still top dog of the base, mainly because I don't go around for uber high scores. And on to Waterworld, where I employ a crazy strategy. I start the game by discarding my Punisher. Very cruel of me to do, but I do have a reason. As I was going through on my previous runs of this map, I wasn't using the Punisher at all. And when I did use the Punisher, I was the one who was getting punished. Mainly because it's just so slow to attack. And there are so many enemies around me that it's worth it more to have situational awareness than it is to have a handgun that is more effective at crowd control than other handguns. And similar to boss enemies, shield Ganados can be taken out with enough concentrated fire from the TMP. Now that my bonus time is out, I don't really care so much about racking up kills. And, I don't know, sometimes I wig out when... Well, going from running to aiming can be really hard, so sometimes throws my camera off. And here's Ada. Yeah. How about that 3 for 1? Got my 1 for 3, and now I got my 3 for 1. The Double Chainsaw Man is really only very much of an indomitable threat, while he's sort of in his, you know, ramming, flailing fury mode. Once he starts doing that whole rush at you, that's when you need to throw down a grenade or something to get at him. Because Ada does not have the benefit of a riot gun, and it's a little more difficult to aim with the semi-automatic rifle, as that for some epic dodging skills. So, the best thing to do is to throw a grenade down. I believe any of the grenades can work, but my best experience is with an incendiary grenade. While the giant chainsaw man is revving up or in hit stun, then any large amount of burst damage will keep him stun locked. So, if ever you're wondering how to keep the giant chainsaw man at bay, Ada Wong's incendiary grenades do deliver. And since I ran out of my TNT ammo, I'm gonna have to rely all the more on my incendiary grenades for some standard Ganado killing. Is this TMP ammo? It is TMP ammo! My goodness. Suddenly, given the state of my inventory, it's kind of silly that I threw away the Punisher. I don't know the metrics behind it, but I think that the weapons that you are currently holding affect what drops you get, or at least the frequency. That probably isn't true, or it's not good enough to really warrant throwing away a weapon. Maybe throwing away all the ammo associated with the weapon, but throwing away the entire weapon, probably not the best of ideas, especially now that I ran out of TMP ammo again. But since Ada already has a bunch more options in her loadout, should have ran forward there, it's still somewhat sustainable. And yeah, a lot of the pros who play Mercenaries don't take a whole lot of hits. But as you can see, I am no stranger to that. And I believe I'm starting to hear the chainsaw one more time. Ah, yes, I did hear the chainsaw. So I used the incendiary grenade to put the chainsaw man into a stunned state, and took advantage of that to slap down the remaining shots of semi-automatic love. And of course, the giant chainsaw man is still capable of taking damage even while in his rushy rage state. So, attacking him when you believe he might have his last hit, go straight for it. And yes, explosions everywhere. And something else that I noticed while I was talking on about whatever is that if you're reloading and you either do a dodge animation or reaction command, or you actually get caught in a grapple, your reload will finish anyway. So that's one way to be really efficient with your time spent reloading. Oh, I've actually played Resident Evil 5 before this. I'm just so used to being able to reload straight from the menu. Although the menu does not pause the game, so it's kind of a trade-off there. Though I do play Resident Evil 5 on the PC, so my mouse dexterity makes the act of reloading instantaneous, thereby making reloading upgrades non-issue. And why am I talking about Resident Evil 5 anyway, when I am building up a huge combo with my bonus time? Just using the TMP to get off quick kills. Because when you're not in a crowd situation, it's incredible how quickly you can take down an enemy, and how little the amount of ammo is that you use to do that takedown. Sitting pretty with a nice 10-hit combo, and still over a minute left. And look! With the combined effort of bonus time and the combo I built up, I only need to do a few more kills. And as you can see, that only 1,500 more points I need to gather up. So, to make absolutely sure that I get those kills, I pick up some more time. And this is a technique that I picked up by watching a video. Really should have paid attention to that, soldier giving himself away. Because I'm about to say, this spot up here, there is only one angle that the enemies can come up from. No idea where that explosion came from. But the enemies can only come from that ladder at the top of the roof, and from that stairway over there. So as long as you keep a close watch on that stairway over to that ladder, and you cover this entire roof, from this point to the end, yeah, basically this angle. As long as you stand here with your semi-automatic rifle, then there's just no way for any enemies to get at you. So, it's a great way to wait out the last few minutes, the last few seconds of your mercenaries time, and hold on to your combo and your 5-star rating. And there you have it. Waterworld as Ada, 5-starred. And with 69,000 points to boot. Woo! Next time on Let's Play Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition, The Mercenaries, we pass off the 5-star torch to a new character. I will let your problem-solving skills determine who it is. Until then, game out.